Alright everyone, welcome to What This Song Teaches You. This is my series where I listen to a song that I haven't listened to before and I try and teach you the parts. We listen to the song together. I've just started a Patreon page for the tabs for these songs. So I'm gonna, as I get around to them, I'm gonna tab out the songs, and so you can follow along to the video with the tab, which might be easier for some of these songs. Some of these songs are quite complicated. The song I've picked today is called Days We Left Behind by Paul McCartney. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. This has only been out one day when I filmed this video, and it's already got 573,000 views. So I saw it came out yesterday and I saved it. Have a listen to this. Could be anything, who knows? Let's get into it, see what it's like. Okay, alright Paul, cool, I like that. You might be down-tuned. Looking back. I think he's tuned down one note, because that's going to be hard. Let me listen one more time. I'm doing it. Okay, pause the video and we're going to just tune each string down one note. So instead of E, it's going to be E flat or D sharp. Instead of A, it's going to be A sharp. And D, sorry, instead of A, it's going to be G sharp. And D, it's going to be C sharp. Every note just goes down one note. I'll do it now and then I'll show you the notes. So D sharp, then G sharp, then C sharp, then F sharp, then A sharp. Trust Paul McCartney, tune his guitar down, and then D sharp is the final one. Your tuner might say flat, but a lot of them tend to say the sharp notes. All mine do anyway. So so D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and D. Make sure you're in tune. And then, I hope that's right as well. Yeah, I think this is good. So take some concentration. Was it that? Okay. Yeah, we've definitely got the right tuning. So, okay, so we're playing like what looks like a C chord. Well, I guess we are playing a C chord. If you set up in a C chord first. Don't don't think you need to put your second finger down to set up in a C. Can take your second finger out off. Your little finger's going to go on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And then we're doing a bit of finger picking, so you might want to ditch the pick. And then we're going to pinch the 5th and the 1st string together while holding this kind of weird C chord with your little finger. And then we're going to play the 2nd string. And then we're basically always going back to the 5th string after that. So you pinch the 5th and the 1st string, play the 2nd string on its own, then play the 5th string, so then play the 2nd string again, and then that's your pattern. You loop that twice. Should I shut that? Yeah. So you do that twice. Then you take your little finger off and put your 1st finger down on the 1st fret on the 1st string. So you've still got the 3 down. You've got your 1st finger now down here on, so 3 and 1. And then lucky for you and for me, the pattern's exactly the same. So you do, your right hand's doing the same thing. Move this finger down. And then we're going to kind of like you take your 1st finger off and then put your 2nd finger down on the 2nd fret, but now it's on the 3rd string, so you've still got the 3 on. The pattern's the same, but instead of playing the 2nd string, you're going to play the 3rd string with your 1st finger. So you pinch, then play that 3rd string, and then it's 5, 3. It's exactly the same pattern, just hit that one note changes, that one string changes. Sorry, I've forgotten it. So from here, then to this, and then to this. So. I think you went to that at the end. Yeah, kind of like a weird kind of 7th sort of chord. So it's like you see it playing a C again. This you keep your 3rd finger on. I mean, so we just come from this 3 and 2. You take the 2 off, so you just got the 3rd fret down, and then your 1st finger goes down here on the 1st fret of the 1st string. And then I've forgotten it. Yeah, so slightly different pattern. Pinch the 5th and the 2nd string, then play the 1st string on its own, and then play 5 and then 2, and then 5 and then 1, and then 5 and then 2 again. I'm sure it was that. So that might feel a bit weird, so pinch, and you just go in between the 2 strings. So and then so I forgot the last bit. It was that. Yeah, nice. Watch that video back, slow it down. Don't forget also I'll have the tab in the link below on my Patreon page that you can look at. But that's how you do it. That's really cool, that bit. Let's go back and play along to that.
And white and black reminders of my past. smoky bars and cheap guitars, but nothing built to last.
Okay, we've got a little verse. So it's like a C. You can play a full C now with your little finger down on the 3rd fret, like we just did in the intro. Was he doing something like that? He was kind of like pinch.
Smoky bars and cheap.
Yeah, so you can just kind of like pinching the strings. Kind of like playing your 3 fingers down here on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string, and then your thumbs are playing the 5th string. You kind of go in between the 3 strings. You always play the bass note. So you pinch 4 strings, and then you move these 3 fingers up so they're playing like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Then you just alternate them, bass and then the 3 strings. That's really cool. I like that. Then he went to this. It's a bit like a G7 chord. This chord. It's like he's playing a G7. You might have played a G7 chord before. It's like 3, 2, and 1. We did it in the intro as well. 3 and 2 on the 6th and 5th string, and then your 1st finger's down here on the 1st fret. But I don't think he's playing the fret, so it's like a G7 chord, just with the B in the bass. So you just, it's this thing, 2nd fret on the 5th fret. Sorry, 2nd fret on the 5th string, 1st fret on the 1st string. And then just did the same sort of thing we just did on the C. Then we go to an A minor, gets a bit nicer. Then we go to a G chord, and he plays like kind of a country G. That's what I call it anyway. You play, it's like a G chord, but you don't need this finger, so you tend to play it like, looks a bit like a C chord. You put your 3rd finger on 3 on the 6th string, 2nd finger on 2 on the 5th string, and then your little fingers down here on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. It's just a G chord, country G.
Smells of my past. Smoke.
It's down, but you only hit the lower strings. Down, up, but you hit the higher strings. Then strum up, but hit the lower ones. Down, down, up, up. And then finally down, up, but we're down here again. Very country. Down, down, up, down, up. So it's something like this. Sorry, one more time. That's the gist of it. I should have listened to it maybe. Let's try it along to the songs. I think he did that twice.
Looking back at white and black, reminders of my past. Smoky bars and cheap guitars, but nothing built to last. Nothing ever stays. Nothing comes to mind.
Chorus, nice. G. Nothing ever stayed. Went to an F. Nothing came to mind. It's kind of a little bit Johnny Cash, this song. G, country G, F, and C. Doing a bit of a strumming pattern.
Nothing ever stays.
Just down, down, up, down, up. That's strumming pattern.
Nothing comes to mind.
See?
No one can erase the days we left behind.
Nice, that was cool. Second time around, G, nothing can erase. A minor. The days we left behind. So yeah, G, F, C, and then G, A minor, F, C. Yeah, let's play that again.
Days, nothing ever stays.
F,
Nothing comes to mind.
C,
No one
G,
can
A minor,
erase the days
F,
we left behind.
C.
See the
That bit was cool. A little bridge, little interlude bit. It says piano riff, but I can hear the guitar doing it.
left behind.
I'll teach you one bit at a time. So C, kind of like pinch the three strings down here with a C, with the bass note, the A string. So pinch, yeah, three down here and then the A string. Then play the A string, and then play A string and then the three first, second, and third string. Then we got a little fill. You take your first finger off, one open, and then one on the second string. Yeah, so you have to take your finger down to the first string. One open, one on the second string. Then it's the country G we were doing before. But you don't have to worry about putting your second finger down, and your little finger's going to go on the second string this time. And then yeah, you're playing the same part, but now we've brought our whole right hand up. So we're playing the sixth string with our thumb, and then our first, second, and third finger are playing the second, third, and fourth strings. And then same as what we just did: pinch, 6, and then the 3 down here. Playing this like weird G chord. Then you just play the first string and then the second string. Just keeping on this chord. And then I think you take your little finger off and then it's open on that second string. So sure it was that. It's good, that bit. Very cool.
See the board.
Then you play. If you play, you can do an F. Yeah, do like an open chord F. This one you learn when you start 3, 2, and 1, and then if you can, bring your thumb over and play the first fret on the sixth string. Bit Jimi Hendrix. It was that, I think. So you pinch the sixth one. So you're playing this F chord. You pinch the sixth and the second string. Then you go between the sixth and then the third string. 6 and then the fourth string. Sounds a bit like that. Down, down, down. Then you take your second finger up to the fourth string, the D string, and play the second fret. Pick that. Oh, there is a bass note in between. And then one more bass note, the sixth string. And then you just go back to playing like an F, basically. 1 and 2. And then play the second string and then the third string. So the whole part is this. Wow, that was cool. So again, I'll tab this out for the Patreon page, and yeah, let me know if you want me to tab it out. But there'll be a link at some point. That'll help you with that bit probably. So I'll go back a bit. I'll try and play that.
Left behind. See the boy.
Yeah, nice. That's all it was. So we got. That sort of thing. Wow, that was great. Well done, Paul McCartney.
See the boys of Dungeon Lane along the map.
This sounds the same as the verse before. Let's play through some of this bit. Follow along.
They shore. Some of them will feel the pain, but some were meant for more. And nothing stays the same. No one needs to cry. Nothing can reclaim the days we left behind. We met at Forthland Road.
Middle section, nice. I love a middle section. Very cool. It's funny with these songs. I don't know if anyone else feels like this. They feel like you've heard them before. So even though I haven't heard this song before, so classic that you kind of can hear what's maybe going to come sometimes. So it's I was kind of expecting a little middle section.
Left behind. We met.
So there's a little passing chord, little C/B, classic. It's like your second finger goes up from where it is in the C to the 5th string. Just before we do this middle section. C/B. And then we're into the middle section. I think it was an A minor.
We met at Forthland Road and wrote a secret code to never be spoken.
A minor to E minor. Never be spoken. Down, down, up, down, up.
I stand by what I said. The promise that I made will never be broken.
C, G, country J, F. Never be broken. Back to J. Very cool, and I think he's holding on the J.
Never be broken. Nothing ever stays.
Back to the chorus.
Nothing comes to mind, and no one can erase the days we left behind. In the sky,
Piano riff was the same. That was nice.
the skylarks rise above the sounds of war. Since that day, I knew they'd stay with me forevermore. 'Cause
Same thing again. Verse, another verse. Back to
nothing stays the same, and no one needs to cry. No one is to blame for the days we left behind. The days we left behind.
Went back to the so he did the chorus the same, and then the days we left behind. F to C. The days we left behind. Back to C. I think I just did it once. What was? Is that the intro bit? Oh, he went Blackbird at the end. I think that was the intro the outro. This is the outro, but I think he did the intro bit. So you might have to go to the start of the video and watch that again. So much happens by the end of the song that you forget what happens at the start. That's what the music's really useful. So you got. Can't remember how we did that last bit. Oh, it was that weird free thing. And then yeah, he went Blackbird at the end. He came up with it, so he's allowed to rob his own song. So Blackbird goes 2 songs in one. Here's Blackbird. So you learn, put your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then it's like an A minor chord, but you take your 3rd finger off, play the A string from the A string, don't play the 6th string, and then it's like a G/B. It's like a G chord without your middle finger or your little finger, 2 and 3. It's kind of what we did earlier when we did that, but slightly different shape. And then you move this up, so you're on the A string and the B string, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 5th fret on the 2nd string, Blackbird, yeah, Blackbird goes. It's up here, but yeah, similar thing. So good, that was such a good song. Wow. Really enjoyed that. What did everyone think of that? What did that remind everyone of? That's like a classic Beatles song to me. Wow, enjoyed that. Paul McCartney writes such good songs all the time. Yeah, what did you think? Put it in the comments. Yeah, please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Also, you could go on my Patreon page and get the tab at some point. If there's a link down there, I've tabbed it out. And then, yeah, going to keep this series going. So if there's any songs you want me to listen to and try and figure out and, yeah, do a video on, put it in the comments. And, yeah, please keep commenting. I've been really enjoying the comments. So, yeah, please leave a comment. And, yeah, goodbye.